What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So the It Is What It Is podcast featuring my boy Killer Cam and Murder Mace, right? They've announced that starting September 4th, Antonio Brown, future Hall of Fame wide receiver Antonio Brown, because he is a future Hall of Famer. Look at Antonio Brown's numbers. Regardless of how crazy he's acted over the past few 3 to 4 years, he is a certified future Hall of Famer based off those numbers, right? But anyway, Antonio Brown will be joining the podcast to help with NFL talks, right, for the NFL season. And when I saw that they announced this, I promise y'all, the first thing that came into my head is, boy, Antonio Brown about to fuck they shit up. Like, I'm telling you, he about to mess up a whole nother relationship. I want to be wrong, but seeing what I've seen from Antonio Brown, it shows that this behavior is pretty consistent. He's figured out a way to mess up nearly every relationship he's had with people who have vouched for him. They put their neck on the line for him, and he still figured out a way to besmirch their name and to make them look bad for even vouching for him in the first place. Tom Brady is the first person that comes to mind, right? Tom Brady sees the trouble that he had in New England and Oakland and say, you know what? Antonio's still a great player. It's a player that really, Tom Brady really needed Antonio Brown. He needed a deep threat like that, a dude that can just take it to the house and hit his head on the goalpost every single time, right? And so he like, look, I'll take him in. Antonio Brown had Tom Brady living with him. Tom Brady had Antonio, let me correct that. Tom Brady had Antonio Brown living with him, right? And after all that, they won the Super Bowl and everything like that, and then Antonio Brown started acting crazy again. Started losing his damn mind, acting a fool, taking all his clothes off on the sideline, running on the field, waving, doing jumping jacks and all type of crazy stuff. And now Tom Brady looked like a fool for even vouching for the brother in the first place, right? Now they won the Super Bowl and Antonio Brown was a big playmaker for them, for sure. But it just looked crazy because you thought, hey man, he's not going to act up. I'm going to have my hand on him. And then after that, Antonio started posting these pictures of him and Antonio Brown's wife, or ex-wife currently, right, Gisele Bündchen, and trying to like insinuate some stuff that was going on, all type of just craziness, right? And if you're going to backstab a man to help you get into the league, to help you get millions back in your pocket, to help you get another opportunity, a man that helped you get on a championship contending team, right, Super Bowl contending team, they won the Super Bowl ultimately, right? And you besmirch his name, you betray him, what you think he'll do to anybody else, right? I'm not thinking it's going to be no different just because Killer Cam and Mace can crack a few jokes. People think that's going to keep him in line. Antonio is an off-the-wall type of dude. His behavior is unhinged. He don't give a fuck if you can crack jokes or not. I saw what I needed to see from Antonio Brown. The way that brother took that picture when he was at Central Michigan and he's showing his grill like all this, I said, oh no, man. Dude off the chain. The way he was looking, I see he can show his grill, but he looked like he was ready to turn into the goddamn Incredible Hulk. In that picture at Central Michigan, I said, oh no. That brother off his rocker. And time told that as soon as he got his money, as soon as he became a mega star, he started to act all type of crazy, clowning out Juju Smith-Schuster when Juju just showing him love, and because other people say, well, Juju can be next up. He mad because people was thinking that Juju could be the next great receiver in Pittsburgh. Turns out he was not at all. But he was mad that people were even insinuating that after he moved on from the Pittsburgh situation, clowning out Juju, showing DMs from Juju when Juju was in college and saying that he looked up to Antonio Brown, trying to make him look silly. And the only thing it did was make Antonio Brown look silly. So I don't think, oh, he gonna just act up now. He gonna act right now because he with Cam and Mason there crack some jokes. Bro, what? Jokes don't stop craziness. I promise y'all, at some point, AB gonna probably, I hope I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll come on here and eat crow. But at some point in the season, AB gonna stop showing up for shows. He gonna show up 2 hours late when they done with the show. He gonna show up 4 hours late. He gonna stop answering the phone. He gonna stop texting back. He gonna do what the hell he wanna do. The next thing we're gonna know, he gonna get on a podcast and talk about how Cam and Mace ain't shit. And they ain't treat him right, and they didn't do him fairly, and how, they just the wrong people, and they took advantage of him. He gonna come out with a whole bunch of unnecessary stuff when we know that it's not gonna be true, right? So I'm looking at, if I'm Cam and Mace, I don't know how they trust in him. Now, it'll bring a lot of viewers to the show to have somebody like Antonio Brown's wild ass on the show. His unhinged personality along with they crazy jokes and they New York swagger and New York joke cracking and the no homos or pause. Excuse me, they say pause a lot, right? Them saying pause all the time. They think that, it'll bring some fanfare. It'll bring some viewership for sure. But my thing is, how long will it be able to be around? How long would it be successful? How long would it be able to continue? Because Antonio might do a month worth of shows, maybe even 2 months, and then he AWOL. Nobody can find him. He doing crazy stuff. He probably he might owe them some money. Don't want to pay nobody no money back. He might get them for a service. Don't want to pay his end of the deal. All type of just crazy shit, man. People can't be counting on that with Antonio Brown. And I'm like, okay, y'all want to roll the dice just because y'all black and y'all think he might not do y'all the same way. I don't know. He might just do y'all the very same way. Because again, if you can trash somebody and try to clown them out who took you in and put their hand on you to make sure you was all right, to vouch for you to be on the team, to get your millions back in, because he lost his earning potential when he got out the league. Hey man, he needed that bread, and Tom was able to get him in there. The Hall of Fame, all-time great Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes, and a lot of other people feel the same way. When he vouched for you, it means something, and he bring you in his household with his family and all of that, and you out here insinuating you had something going on with his wife and throwing him under the bus and acting like Tom ain't shit and all that. It's just craziness. So I promise y'all, I think betrayal is imminent. Betrayal is on the horizon with Antonio Brown. The moment he signs on the dotted line to do this show, we gonna see some breach of contract stuff going on with him. You're gonna see him doing some stuff. He not gonna be fulfilling contractual obligations rather, and gonna be acting a fool. I can just see it right now. Machiavelli Mills TV. I hope I'm wrong, but we'll see. I'm out. Peace.